Old Meller didn't talk to Soudani.
Yeah.
What is it going to take for you people to wake up?
Oh, that's right.
I heard that incredible nonsense this morning that Soudani got in Old Miller's chat. It interrupted my fishing, only caught one.
I heard the same thing. The cult is entrenched in the flock. I don't know if any of them can get out of it now, not before Melanie squeezes the last blood out of that turnip.
Can you believe what old Mehelur was yapping about this morning? Absolutely wacko!
You got the fakest intel on the Iraqi Dinar.
Where have you been? It's obviously Old Meller and her flock is just as dumb as she is. Cash money, baby.
Come on. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get that. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get that. Boom, boom, boom.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the star of our show, direct from the bar.
PB, PB.
Oh man, shout out to Qidiot. The link for his YouTube channel is down in the description. He's the one that designed those great clips in the front of this video. You gotta love it. Yep, you heard right. She's so desperate for attention, so desperate to get more subscribers onto her channel. I'm talking about Snuffleupagus herself, Melanie Hines, that she lied. You know, here's the thing that gets me. This really just demonstrates to everybody that pays attention to what's going on out there in videos, this really just demonstrates the amount of respect that she has for her followers. In her case, she has followers, cult followers, that she felt comfortable enough to try to pull this scam on you, to try to act like Al Soudani was chatting with her in her damn chat. She thinks so little of her people that she pulled this stunt. When I heard it, I was laughing so hard. I said, yeah, it's not surprising to me. Melanie's so desperate for more followers to her cult that she would pull a stunt like that. Hey, everybody, Al Soudani's chatting with me in my chat. Well, let me put things in perspective. You see, the president of Iraq is Rashid. The prime minister is Al Soudani. Understand that the prime minister is more powerful than a president over there. The prime minister makes all the decisions and runs that country. The president's just for show and tell. So the man that runs an entire country, I guess he wasn't so busy that he had to take the time to jump into Melanie's chat and chat with her. Oh my God. The thing was, I mean, seriously, I couldn't believe the gall on her to try to pull us over on her followers. Anyways, let's get into this, shall we? Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. So America is over there rushing to withdraw its troops from 2 bases in Iraq ahead of schedule. Look, Trump wants to end that never-ending war over there. Trump wants to end all wars. He's not just doing it for clout. Trump sincerely just wants peace around the world if he can have it. Now, he's already settled 6 wars. His big one is the Ukraine versus Russia. What I don't like about Ukraine is they're starting shit with another country. For those of you who haven't heard, Ukraine had bombed Hungary's oil pipeline. Yeah, this guy does not want to stay out of trouble. These globalists are using Zelensky to try to push for World War III. I shit you not. How could he be so dumb? First of all, if Russia wanted to, they could wipe Ukraine out real quick. Now, people are dying left and right. Trump wants them to stop. But it's Zelensky that's causing a lot of problems because he's taking orders from people that are above him, that are telling him not to have peace. Anyways, informed sources revealed on Sunday that the United States decided to withdraw all of its forces from 2 military bases in Iraq. The sources explained that America decided to withdraw all of its soldiers from the air base, the Al-Assad Air Base in Anbar, and Victoria Government in Baghdad Airport. The sources explained that the U.S. forces are starting to transfer their elements to Erbil and neighboring Arab country. Yeah, they're trying to get over there and get Syria straightened away. Now, Syria's new leader is a terrorist leader, by the way. Trump has met with them, and he was very polite. And he was swearing up and down that his terrorist days are behind him. What he really wants to do is just bring prosperity over to the Syrian people. Let's hope that's true. But when it comes to terrorist people, they're not very easy to trust. She pointed out that the Americans told the Iraqi counterparts that they will accelerate the withdrawal process and will not adhere to the timetable set within the framework agreement between the two countries. A spokesperson for the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces confirmed on Monday that the withdrawal of coalition forces from Iraq is one of the government's achievements, pointing out that it is an indicator that Iraq's ability to confront terrorism. You hope so. Look, I'm really pulling for al-Sudani. I'm really hoping that these people can prevent terrorist uprising, and we don't want to go back to the caliphate. But like I said, since Obama is no longer funding ISIS and arming ISIS, Iraq should do a good job. This matter would not have been done without political efforts and the assistance of the Prime Minister to close this file, as well as the closure of the UNAMI file. The U.S. Embassy in Iraq announced earlier that the international coalition in Iraq would move to a bilateral security partnership. The embassy said in a statement that this is not the end of the work of the international coalition to defeat ISIS, as it will continue its civilian efforts with civilian leadership at the global level. She added that the coalition's military mission in Iraq will move to a more traditional bilateral security partnership, pointing out that the details related to our military plans and operations will be referred to the Ministry of Defense. So, that's it, Iraq. I'm crossing fingers and praying for you guys to be able to defend yourself and there not be a need for no more coalition. This is good. Iraq raises refinery capacity 1.2 million barrels per day. Iraq has increased its refining capacity to 1.3 million barrels per day, making it one of the leading Arab states in this field, the cabinet announced on Sunday. According to the statement by the Prime Minister's office, the government aims to increase refinery capacity to 1.65 million barrels per day, in line with the figures unveiled by the Prime Minister in March of 2025. This milestone will allow Iraq to cover its current consumption of petroleum products, save billions in foreign currency, and strengthen its trade balances. The statement affirmed, adding that the development is expected to generate new jobs in the energy sector and low carbon emissions. The Ministry of Oil has prepared plans to begin exporting gas and oil and jet fuel once self-sufficiency is achieved, the government pointed out. Iraq, OPEC's second largest oil producer, continued to rely heavily on imports due to challenges such as security threats, political instability, aging infrastructure, and resources depletion. Gas flaring and opaque contracts further complicate its energy sector, driving higher demand for refined oil production and oil products. It's crazy that they drill oil, but they don't refine their own oil. That's really crazy, so they need to take care of that. Check this out. Iraq records $3 billion trade surplus in the first quarter of 2025. Well, how? We're past the first half now. Where are they at? Iraq records a trade surplus in the first quarter of 2025, with merchants' exports exceeding imports by nearly $3 billion, according to figures released by Iraq's Central Bank of Iraq. Merchandise exports reached $24.11 billion, excludes the cost of goods, shipping, and insurance. Of this total, crude oil made up $22.365 billion, refined petroleum products $1.182 billion, and other items $564 million. Meanwhile, total imports during the same period stood at $21.363 billion, of which $1.37 billion came from government purchases, while private sectors accounted for $19.98 billion. So, of course, having a surplus when it comes to trade is always beneficial. Iraq is doing very well, man. We just need them to hurry up and get into the World Trade Organization and get their ducks in a row and just get that development road and the Port of Fall built. Watch the economy really, really boom. Anyways, what do you guys think? Nice of al-Sudani take care of his busy day, considering he's got so much going on, dealing with the coalitions exiting, dealing with an election coming up, dealing with the needs of the Iraqi people. But he had the wherewithal to take the time out of his day to go into Melanie's chat and chat with Melanie. Anyways, let me know what you think. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out.